Hello, and welcome to Empathy. We've been considering the idea of commerce decentralization, and we'd love to share these ideas with you. Big brands have started to fade, giving way to the most extraordinary proliferation of new identities and offerings. Breaking down the centralized view of how all things are structured, Pluralism proposes a new approach that considers subjectivity, context, and perceptions to redefine the digital landscape. Event data was thought to be useful on two counts: analytics and automation. However, new regulations and sensitivities have begun to question the simple rationale behind seeing users as linear, lifeless objects. Users are people whose intentions and behaviours are unreachable by event data. At a time when meaningful and trustworthy relationships are high on the agenda, this view is a challenge to the so-called truths behind analytics and automation, and it is one that is gaining momentum. The future is now in question for the event-based models behind most commerce, discovery, and experience solutions today. Consider for a moment customer data platforms. Can they ever be trusted? Some platforms have started to entertain the idea of fair data by facilitating controls and portability. However, the core of the problem will remain as long as these platforms continue to be centralized. Centralized platforms concentrate the authority and governance of data away from the people who create it, and this distance inevitably weakens trust. Transitioning from the next phase of transparent explainability controls, platforms must aim to relinquish their role as controller, handing this important responsibility over to the user. From this point, a platform becomes the processor of the data and a trustworthy service provider to the user. The practice of objectifying individuals as things has developed over many years into an incredible network of ad hoc theories that derive from one basic premise: that our behaviour can be justified through the simple rules of linear causality, in total isolation from the mental processes that define our human nature. Trust may be a theoretical ask, but the facts imply that we completely reconsider the centralized user event data models that sit behind every digital product today and adopt a very different approach: decentralisation. Empathy has moved away from surveillance-based models. This ensures that all our partners are protected, whilst enabling them to pass on trustworthy experiences to their own customers. Keeping personal profile data within each person's devices, context-driven experiences run on local-first models. By creating unique search collections that are owned by each consumer, everyone can search through their purchase history, staying within their own sphere of privacy. As we continue to pioneer the development of pods, we are showing the world that a decentralized ecosystem is a very realizable future, and that everyone should have control of their data. Empathy. Commerce, search and discovery you can trust.